Hello, I'm David Carta and I'm the CEO of Teleris. We are going to do a quick demonstration of our USB connected HF high frequency / LF low frequency USB desktop reader, which we call our XPressProx reader. This reader is powered by Elatec, and I'm going to show you basically how this is used. So here we are going to go to this URL, tinyurl.com/devpack450. You want to see that a little bit larger? Come here, tinyurl.com devpack450. This is going to download the 4.5 version of Elatec's Devpack. So we'll go to that URL, and here you can download that. It's a 40 megabyte download. I've already extracted this into this TWN Devpack 450. That's what's in the zip file, and we're going to do all of our work out of there. There are two different, there we go, let's see if I can make these a little larger. There are two programs that really you might be concerned with. AppBlaster lets you program the reader, and Director lets you send individual commands at the reader. So for most of the stuff we're going to do is we're going to use AppBlaster. Windows protected my PC, that's fine, we're going to run it anyways. Brings up AppBlaster. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to program a firmware image into the reader. So if I select an image, the first reader that we care about, we need to go to Downloads, remember, TWN450. We're going to go to the firmware directory, and we're going to get this multi-tracer BIX. BIX files are their firmware files. Open it, we're going to program card. So this programs the USB reader. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you, there's the reader blinking away. I'm going to put this down here. And now I'm going to go back to my text editor. Make my font a little smaller. Now as I present cards to it, it shows you what the data is on whatever individual cards you might have. And it does more than 40 different RFID cards, as well as, it does not do UHF, so you just need to be aware of that. And I just did that by going again into AppBlaster and programming a firmware image. If I wanted to, I could select a different image. Let's say I wanted to do the simple protocol that allows me to use a different program. I'm going to program that to the reader. You can see it, the blinking stops as it's being programmed, and then it comes on back up. I'm going to close out AppBlaster, and now if I wanted to, I could go and run Director. Windows protecting me again. Here's Director. I'm going to stick a see if we can do this. I just put a MyFair card on there. Now I can connect to the reader. It's connected to USB. I can do a whole bunch of different things. I can tell it to beep. I could tell it to turn the LED, blink the LED. And if you watch over here, doesn't seem to be blinking the LED. That's awkward. LED on. Maybe something wrong with this, or there might be an error. So more interestingly is coming over here, lets you search a tag, and it says there's the tag information. So this is Elatec simple protocol. When you're programming the unit using their compiler, you don't care, but if you want to debug and test very specific functions in the Elatec library, this is a useful tool, director. So we're going to come back here to AppBlaster. We're going to go into apps. So apps are the C files that you use to program, and you can have apps that do all sorts of different things. Here, this is a standard 204. I don't even know what's in this file, but here we go. This is the app standard 204, and this comes as a default app on TWN readers. You program using fairly standard C, except for Elatec has a few of its own functions. On startup, lets you initialize the LED, set the volume, set the tag types that you're going to read, and then this is doing a search tag, and there's a few other functions in here. So if we wanted to, I could go back to AppBlaster, click Source Code Project. I'm going to, generally what you want to do here is you want to use either the multi-CDC, this is a virtual serial port, or the multi-keyboard. I want the keyboard output so we can see what's going on. Select the template, go to the source code module, select the source. In downloads, it was in apps, samples, and then we said standard. This comes with reader. So once I've selected that, I can actually give this whatever name I want. Then I create the image. Create the image actually compiles that C file and creates the Bix file, creates a hex file. There's apparently a lot going on in there, so it's done. And then I'm going to go to the reader. So there's the reader. I'm going to program that reader, and that is sending data to the reader. And you can see it just finished. And now, if I were to come here, create a new image, and if I oh, that's interesting. Because it had an enter in there, it entered on disconnect. So here, and it automatically sends data out a keyboard wedge. Now I could just as easily send this out of a serial port. So this, if we go back to that C file. App standard. I'm going to find where USB. I don't even need to do that. I just need to come here, go to the source code template, multi-CDC, select the template, create the image. Instead of it outputting through the keyboard, oh, you're right. I need to reselect that. Now I'm going to recreate the file. Now I'm going to program it again. This beeps. You'll see here. So now, if I were to go here to the keyboard, it's not going to show anything like it did last time. But if I go to a COM port, and I select it's not COM1, it's going to be COM3, you can see it already outputted that data to the COM port. And I don't know if it's going to work with a Prox card. That's just a MyFair. No, it has a setting that shows disconnect, close port when inactive. So there we go. So now, as I cycle these, you can see. And if I were to grab some other cards, so programming this is a very simple process. And if you wanted to make a change, let's just go here and find beep. Let's say on startup, we wanted it to beep a few times. The volume to be at 100%. I'll go right back to AppBlaster. It's all set up still. Still using the serial port. Still using the same file. I just have to create the image again. Program the image. Now, when this wakes up, this should beep 3 times and be very loud. Oh, unable to open port. That's actually a standard thing that happens because it's connected via serial port. I have to disconnect this serial port. Come back here, come back here. I'm going to program the image. There we go. There it is. And there we go. Very easy to make changes. And if you need help programming it, let us know. So once again, this is David Carta with Tolaris. We're happy we were able to explain this for you. Thank you. Bye-bye.